First at 5:30 on NBC 10, a 24-hour homeless shelter could be coming to Woonsocket, but that hinges on the status of another plan. Advocates say this is Plan B if the shelter being built at the old Memorial Hospital site in Pawtucket falls through. Good to have you back, everyone. I'm Dan Janik.
And I'm Emily Voles. NBC 10's Katie Benoit brings us up to speed.
Woonsocket's downtown YMCA has been closed for more than a year. Now city leaders say it could be up for sale, and a developer is exploring the idea of renting the back of the building on Federal Street to open doors. That's where a shelter paid for by the state could operate. The location is not set in stone, but the mayor says more than a dozen encampments need to be cleaned up.
The council has evolved to a position that we need a shelter permanently. The issue is that a great location? Probably not, but it fit their need. So that was the conversation we had.
The 24-hour shelter could open this spring, according to Open Doors, and would operate under a one-year lease that could be extended.
We certainly provide as many services as we can: job coaching, peer recovery coaching, housing stabilization services at all of our locations to try to help people move on to the next phase and pull themselves up and be able to find employment, find permanent housing.
Pawtucket leaders say a project to turn Memorial Hospital into a shelter is on hold while an agreement is reviewed. Right now, Woonsocket has a handful of other shelters, but most are only temporary, including the Dignity Bus.
On the cold winter nights, there were anywhere from 15 to 19 people a night.
But the idea is getting pushback from residents with the Stadium Theater close by.
What do you say to people who might be nervous about a potential shelter going in that location?
I feel their apprehension. I understand why they don't want it next to their business.
Open Doors says they plan on having at least 4 staff members monitoring the facility at all times, watching to make sure residents are not panhandling while performances are going on. City leaders say if the deal goes through, it's likely the YMCA pool could also reopen. In Woonsocket, Katie Benoit, NBC 10 News.